Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of CoinNewsExtra Interview Session. It's a program where we invite innovators and people that are making influence in the blockchain, crypto, and fintech ecosystem to come air their view on matters arising and the state of the blockchain and cryptocurrency. So today we'll be looking at the impact of emerging technology, and I have an amazing innovator, an innovator in the ecosystem. I have with me Martin CJ Mongiello, who is the CEO of First Gold United States. Martin, you're welcome to CoinNewsExtra.
Thank you so much to CoinNewsExtra. I love the website.
It's our pleasure to have you. Thank you for honoring our invitation. So we'll be looking at the impact of the emerging technology. But before we go straight to that topic, let's just have a brief about yourself and your background.
Yeah, so honestly, I am a great proponent of blockchain and Bitcoin, but my whole career was built as honestly flipping steaks and making salads as a cook. And was very lucky to become a White House chef for many years. And the past 6 presidents I have been honored to work with of the United States. So spanning 25 years now, it's been my honor to work with them on veterans issues, students issues, cooking for them directly in their house. But also it's important, I think, to mention I was in the military, the American military. And I am retired military, so I have my 30-year retired certificate. And I was a nuclear submariner. Quite interestingly, I was in cooking school, and they came in and said, would anybody like to volunteer for the nuclear submarine fleet? And you would go to nuclear submarine school and learn all about salinity and buoyancy and nuclear power, fusion and fission. And so I was like, gosh, yeah, I'd love to be in a sewer pipe and drive around and punch holes in the Earth's oceans. So that's been how I started, traditionally trained as a cook, become a White House chef, and then was a manager of the Camp David Resort. And after retirement, I got my second master's degree. I have 2 of them now, an MBA degree and a master's degree in leadership. And like anyone else, I'm very interested in it, and I invest and love blockchain. So that's my whole story.
I'm interested in a very nice background from you there, a combination of different backgrounds. You are a chef and you are into the marine. A lot of things. That's very nice. So what we are looking at, I know along the line we'll see how you got into the blockchain and crypto space. But let's look at what are some of the challenges the world is facing, and how can emerging tech help in these challenges?
Yes, so I think one of the challenges obviously is disease and contagion, much like the bubonic plague that almost wiped out the human race. We have to worry about the transfer of disease. And one of the things that people have really identified as a primary transfer instrument is the paper currencies and the coins and the distribution of these across the earth. When you put them under the microscope, you can see all the filth and microbes that are all over the money. So a lot of people have said, what would it take to have the EU release a digital coin, or the United States or China to release a digital coin? And we are very, very close. The Chinese may beat everybody and issue the first digital yuan coin. So we're very, very close. But the United States is working on theirs, and the European Union expects very soon to release a digital coin.
Interesting. So seeing your background, a combination of different backgrounds, and you're now adding another one to the background. So how did you get into the blockchain? What caught your attention into the when it comes to blockchain and cryptocurrency?
Yeah. So the way I got in was my cousin contacted me, and he lives in Germany. Actually, 2 of my cousins, Peter Sommer and Elena Schaefer. And so they created First Gold Worldwide and First Coin. and wanted to expand. So now we have the first ATM machine for first gold in the United States history. We have it here in America. We have them in Germany. And so this is how I got started. And really, people said if we could teach a cook who makes salads for a living and desserts, if we could teach that person everything about blockchain and they can understand it, we could teach anybody this. So if a cook can understand it, we could teach this to anybody. And it's not that hard to understand, honestly. So that's how I got started.
First, before we proceed with some of the questions here, how what could you just tell us a brief about First Good? You know, there have been some talks around when it comes to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies because of the volatility of the price and instability and everything. So, what's it all about when it comes to First Good?
Yes. So if you go to firstgoldusa.com, that's www.one irstgoldusa.com. You'll see our website. It also goes there if you spell it in the English, firstgoldusa.com. It also goes there. You'll see our gold ATMs, which drop gold bars out of the bottom of them. And this is really the marriage between the old Roman and Egyptian world, okay, of gold, which has thousands and thousands of years of a track record as being a reliable and stable investment vehicle. Even the Wall Street Journal, people say, well, gold's like for old people. Gold's out the window. Gold will never be anything. Gold is dumped. We get rid of all gold. I hate gold. I don't invest in gold. I'm like, well, why is gold listed on the front page of the Wall Street Journal right at the top every day? So with right next to silver, these things are not going away. They have thousands and thousands of years. And so this really is the track record of what First Gold is. It's built on real gold bars, okay? It's not a fake coupon that you get out of the bottom of the ATM and then you bring that to turn it in at some counter and get a gold bar. We have those throughout Dubai and Kuwait already, and people say it's fake. It's not really getting real gold that I can put in my pocket. Also, this is not the first time on Earth amongst the humans that someone has created an ATM that drops a gold bar out. What it is the first ever in history is to allow people to use Bitcoin to get a gold bar. And so, we use many different cryptocurrencies that we accept, Ethereum, Bitcoin. It's really up to you. If you want to use US dollar Tether, you can come up to our machines or you can go online on our website and just use your cryptocurrency to get gold. So some people, honestly, they want to be able in the casinos in Czechoslovakia, the Czech Republic, Austria, Germany, Switzerland, the United States. They would like to be able to get a gold bar out, every day and put it in their pocket so that when they're done with their vacation, they have a whole bunch of real gold that they go home with. So that is what we are doing. Now, people often ask me, can you get cash out? Of course, you can get cash out. You want cash? What if I put it in my country and I buy like 20 of your ATMs? Can you convert it to my language and make it my currency? Yes, that's very simple to do on our world network, moving towards 15,000 ATMs worldwide. Can I use my credit card? That's another popular question. I want to do my credit card, or I want to do my credit card online, and I want to buy one gold. That's our symbol. That's our token. Or I want to use my credit card to get out a gold bar. All of these things that people think of with our ATM network and online, these are all possible. We're doing them every day right now.
Interesting. That's a very great innovation when it comes to combination of good and cryptocurrency. So the next question is going to be about combination of blockchain and AI. There have been a lot of talks and debate about AI and blockchain when it comes to the convergence of blockchain and AI. What is your thought about that?
Yeah, so I'm a huge, huge proponent of AI and robotics and the real safety of blockchain. People always say it is so awesome to have a cook speaking as our keynote speaker because you explain things in like a really simple way, Marty. And we've had people write to us and say, actually, the way you explain AI and blockchain is unlike anyone I've ever heard talk before. So I would like to try that for you today quickly in less than 1 minute. In the old days, when we had people leave Germany and come to the United States on the ship, they were an immigrant. They would call a very expensive phone call, like $80 to $100 USD, and talk on the phone, and they would compare all the checks that they wrote all day today here in the United States against the account at the bank in Germany. And they would compare on the phone back and forth all the checks that were written and keep a double ledger, one ledger here with the immigrant family in the United States and the same ledger in Germany at the German bank. So today with blockchain, as soon as a transaction is done, like from one of our ATMs, somebody comes in on the Ethereum blockchain and makes a purchase at one of the ATMs with their Bitcoin and gets a gold bar out, puts it in their pocket and walk away. That goes straight up worldwide within 10 minutes. It's written to the Ethereum blockchain. Every single transaction is written immediately. So how awesome is that? This is what people often ask me. Why do we even need this stupid blockchain? It's dumb and it's unsafe and it scares me and I don't want anything to do with it. It's for nuts. I'm like, no, it's actually safer because right now you have just banks have all of their computers in one location. And that's what's happening in the world right now. In some cases, the larger banks have maybe 3 or 6 database locations. Those locations are hacked, the money is stolen, and then you try to figure out what happened. But with blockchain, everything is written worldwide. You've got tens of thousands of computers keeping track of all the transactions, and you may be able to hack a certain continent with 2 to 5 to 900 computers, but you're not going to hack. The computing power of blockchain is more than all of the computing power of Google on Earth.
That's a very simple and very direct explanation about that. You've been having been in different sector. You've been a chef. You've been in the marine. Now you're in the blockchain. How do you see the future of emerging tech and blockchain technology?
Yeah, so really the future of blockchain is the acceptance and tokenization of many things. We expect that tokenization of functions on Earth. Mohammed Rashidi of Kuwait is often quoted as saying that by the year of 2028, we will have about 10% of the Earth's economy will be tokenized. And what we're witnessing right now is actually whole cities in Poland have been featured as shifting all of their emergency services, so ambulance, police, fire, everything over to the blockchain because it is much safer than just running it the old way with all the computers in a building. So that's really what people want for the future is they want reliability and safety and for things to be backed up tens of thousands of times to stop this fraud and hacking and stuff that is occurring.
Interesting. It has been an amazing time with you, Martin CJ Mongiello, CEO of First Good US, talking about the impact of emerging technologies. So, finally, before we draw the curtain of today's episode of CoinNewsExtra interview session, I would like to get your closing remarks, Martin.
Yes, my closing remarks. I remember what J.P. Morgan said in 1912. Gold is money, everything else is credit.
That's very nice. Gold is money, everything else is accredited. That's a very nice quote. Thank you very much, Martin, for joining us today on CoinNewsExtra interview.
Thank you so much to Coin News Extra. Keep up the great work.
It's our pleasure.